Hello everyone, welcome back to Diet Party, Deep Black Week number 1. And I believe we are walking into a very important person's office right now.
You are. As mentioned, you're walking into the office of Rear Admiral Amelia Chesterworth Price. But as you're walking in, why don't you tell me what each of you looks like? I don't think we covered that very well.
Alright, so Claire Kensington is pretty much like your stereotypical soldier would look like, so her uniform is very pressed and she has like I don't know what a naval military hat looks like, but I imagine she's wearing one. It's like sort of like a
I
dress.
imagine it looks somewhat like this.
Okay, so it is like a cap.
Yeah.
Okay, so she would be wearing a cap. She has like medium to long-ish blonde hair, and she has it like up in a ponytail, I guess, for when she's on duty. And on her back, she has um, a monoblade, but it's like sort of like the monoblade is designed in a way where it doesn't have a hilt, and it's basically just got a blade on the bottom. Sort of, it's not like a samurai sword. It's just sort of like a straight piece of metal that's sharpened, and it's very black and very lightweight. On her hip, I guess she has. Arthur, what would you say is the most silent pistol you can get?
It's probably the classic 22 silencer.
Okay, so it's just a normal primitive revolver or pistol
Yeah.
or something? So what are we counting
Yeah.
that as? Just a revolver?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Alright.
It's got a silencer on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, laser's going to be loud as fuck because it's going to be like, pew!
And a mag pistol is super loud, right?
No, actually, mag pistol, I guess, would be completely. When it hits somebody, it's going to make a loud fucking noise, but the firing operation's silent.
Yeah, I guess you would have a mag pistol on a belt.
But when you hit somebody, it's going to explode and kill them.
Oh, well, yeah, well, if I'm shooting my pistol, I am aiming to kill them, so...
Yeah.
So she's got a mag pistol. She's wearing a combat field uniform in the colors of ship. Do you happen to know what those colors are? Like a white and maybe blue or something like that?
So the colors for the band or the Federal Society are white and gold.
Alright, so she would be... I guess the uniform would be more white than gold, or more gold than white?
Probably white with gold trim.
Alright, so she's wearing just a standard combat uniform. And yeah, I wouldn't really call her like, I don't know, it's sort of weird playing a female. Like, I don't want to make her like, yeah, she's fucking amazing, she's got like big ass boobies. No, it's not like that. Like, she basically is what you'd imagine a soldier that doesn't really care too much about their appearance and more about their line of duty would look like, in the most sense. So, that's what Claire is right now.
So this is the mental image I have of you.
Okay.
Sonya Blade from the beginning of Mortal Kombat, the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna check this out. Movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be pretty much her. Like, I guess she's got like, she's not like,
Literally, she has a cap on at the beginning of the movie and is wearing a combat uniform.
where is a good photo of her?
It's a good question.
I guess this one here? Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, let me just open this up. Yeah, so I guess she looks like this, for the most part. And I'll drop it in chat as well. There you go. Yeah.
Yep, like that. That's pretty much how I saw it.
Yeah, that's sort of how I saw her as well. Like, just sort of
Okay.
like, you know, there to do duty, basically, more than anything.
Okay. Yeah, who wants to go next? Tell us about your character.
Don't everyone jump at once.
I know we have this problem.
Okay, I'll go next. My guy's kind of a slim kind of guy, a little bit built. Actually, have a picture from. I'll drop it in chat. Kind of like a younger Metal Snake.
You
Okay.
should like, I guess
You're
put
Psycho Mantis.
This, yeah. Holy fuck! I didn't realize that Solid Snake was like his leg muscles are like bigger than his head.
Yeah, he has some mighty thews.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Solid Snake. So you're like David
Are
Hayter.
you- I'm a younger version of Solid Snake before he lost his eye.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Yeah.
Because I just spec'd out every weapon except for a psionic weapon on my weapon chart, which I realized that I could do that now.
Yeah. Because you have so much points. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, okay, this type of weapon, this type of weapon, this type of weapon.
Yep.
Okay, well, now we have Solid Snake joining the crew. Who's next?
Let me do my wordings here. Linton is, I guess he's probably decently tall, about 6'2", 6'3", roughly. Very nicely dressed. I guess he basically looks like he kind of dressed to impress for this, almost. But,
Okay.
but it's not
Like
just
a
like
formal military uniform.
something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Lapel pins and stuff.
Got your
Yeah.
campaign service badge.
Yeah, something similar to that. He also would have probably a small personal gun stored on his I guess just on his hip. Nothing too big, flash or anything, just something small,
Commander's revolver, probably.
maybe. He also, I guess, middling weight, not too heavy, not skinny as a rail. Short, I guess, somewhat short black hair. No, clean shaven.
I'd imagine all military men would be clean shaven, wouldn't
I mean, for the most part, they should be.
they?
Just had to clarify that. Just some could have like some sort of stubble on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a grizzled sergeant.
I can't think of anything else really.
Okay. Alright. And Kai, what do you look like?
You muted, I think.
Yeah, I just put a photo in at the very beginning. It's slender, very... doesn't like people much.
Oh, yeah, I got it. The Parison Carner. You're wearing a combat suit, so it's hard to see what you look like. Do you literally wear it everywhere?
Yes.
You literally like a shorter, more human version of Master Chief, and you never take your helmet off?
No, I take the helmet off, but I pretty much wear this.
But the
suit all-
camera never sees your face.
No.
Right, so what do you look like under the helmet then?
It's like in a smoke room, and there's something just covering my face. But yeah.
It's like, he's gorgeous.
There's a scene where everyone sees it, but none of the audience does.
Why are you so beautiful?
Are you literally fucking... What is that guy from Naruto? The one with the eye patch.
I don't know.
Kaike Sensei.
Yeah, I
Kakashi,
guess.
there we go.
There we go, that sounds right, yeah. I was looking at Dom's picture because I knew Dom would be the one to answer that one. I know it's hard to tell who I'm looking at, but it was Dom.
What? If I was playing Jade Region, basically I'm playing Kakaze Sensei.
Oh, okay. All right, so
I'm no
we know what
ninja,
everybody
though.
looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So let me check my notes here. The midshipman who like ushered you guys in here is like, Rear Admiral Amelia Chesterworth Price will be along in a minute. Why don't you sit down? He gestures to like a couple of chairs at that space desk.
I sit down.
I cross my hand like this, go, brute.
I'll sit down and give him a nod as I'm sitting.
Excellent. All right, so he like turns on the local news as he goes out, and we get more exposition. And this whole thing is basically like a fucking RPG, right? Because you got like 30 minutes of intro cinematics before you ever play.
Yeah.
So you see
And we
a
spent
guy.
like an hour in the character creation.
Yeah, exactly. You see a guy show up on the screen, and he's literally facing over here. I know I normally face over here to look at the players, but he's looking away from the camera to start off. And he says, "I'm James Jives, and this is the Daily Bard." 2
Oh,
weeks
crap.
ago, ambassadors from the Coalition of Confederated Systems were found breaking public decency laws during a spacewalk of the jumpgate at Albin Bagheri. This is the 22nd citation during the last year. Reports from society leadership and council say the talks have begun to revoke their diplomatic privilege. Federal Society military contacts, corroborated by a unit from Racina Outreach Command, has said that the fleet has suffered massive losses in a Pyrrhic loss against the AI Thorn Thistle during a Christmas battle in the Core system. Our footage of this event was confiscated by Angelian officials, but dozens of ships, including several fleet flagships, have been destroyed. We're displaying on screen all the known fatalities of the conflict, more as this develops. And then the scene cuts to like a bunch of children running around with like toy laser rifles. They were all wearing basically like a children's version of what fuck, Dave, what is your character's name?
Claire Kensington.
Claire Kensington. They're wearing like Kensington's uniform, but like children's sized. And a voiceover comes on and it's like, "Slazer, slaying lasers. When you need to slay your enemy, use a slazer."
It's this fucking like Borderlands now.
Then it cuts back to James Jives, and he's like, "The FSS Hercules, the legendary load lifter responsible for dozens of yearly missions into deep space above Banan, is finally being retired after reports that is so inherently unsafe, continued usage may cause planetary annihilation. Experts point out that it has no atmospheric package and is too large to perform traditional planetary takeoff.
Oh, then.
Otsana Shipworks has announced it has finished retooling several of its dry docks for a new class of bulk freighter, the first of which is already deploying. The Blackwater Daughter was purchased by an independent firm out of Racina, but a number of world governments have expressed interest in acquiring ships of this class for planetary trading. This program is, as always, sponsored by the Exchange of Light." And then it shows this, like, very Tibetan monk on screen, and he's got his hands like this and his eyes are closed, and he goes, "The Exchange. Peaceful efforts travel well. Namaste."
Namaste.
Yep, there we go. Wow, everything's so bright after I take off the incredibly dark mirror shades. Yeah, more background stuff. Yes, there is such a thing as a space desk. So, Rear Admiral Amelia Chesterworth Price enters and is like,
I stand up and salute, like, pretty much.
she comes in,
As
she
do
just
I.
does the casual salute,
Everybody
just
does
like,
it.
at ease. Sit down, gentlemen. As you know, Group 31, the Fleet Agricultural Division, is not quite as we seem. We're actually an undercover organization. You might have heard from the recent news. There's been a bit of a problem. Fleet suffered massive setbacks. We've lost almost 40% of our active ships. While we're working to continue salvaging ships from Albin Bagheri, we've had some trouble acquiring new ships from the Otsana Shipworks. As of right now, you're all being brought into active duty in the Fires of Heaven program. We're going to be putting you under Captain John Jones and setting you loose in the sector. God help us. And she just kind of turns away from you, and it seems like she's inviting a comment if you have anything to say to her.
I mean, we came in for our assignment. We've been given our assignment. If we need to know more, we'll be told more.
Okay. I see you're very duty-oriented.
Yep. So Kensington hasn't like she's at ease, but she hasn't left her pose, sort of thing, I guess. So she's not comfortable talking to higher ups.
Okay. Anything from Team Psychic, Team Gunner? I'm sorry, for some reason I keep thinking Dom is a psychic because he played a psychic.
You're
Yeah.
used to.
Team Marine, Team Gunner.
You just see me there, just
I like how you froze in that position.
Yep.
There we go. Now we literally have PowerPoint from him.
Yep. And so, I guess it was the perfect time to freeze.
Yeah, it is. So, Real Admiral Amelia Chesterworth Price turns back and she's like, good. No comments then. Very well. I just want to ask all of you a few questions. Get a good handle on who they're adding to my division. And so she's like, she seems pretty nervous. Like, it's weird because she's an admiral, but she's like, Lieutenant Linton,
Yes.
I have some questions. Why did you
What-
join the Federal Society?
I wished for something better for my life than what my parents had.
How do you feel you're going to hold up on long-range, minimal-contact, false flag operations like this one?
It is my duty to do. I have been assigned to this, and it is my duty to follow through no matter what. Ma'am.
She turns toward Warrant Officer Kensington and says, Warrant Officer Kensington,
Sir,
how many kills?
47.
How many at close range?
47.
I see. Warrant Officer Kensington, are you aware that we're occasionally known as the Division of Ungentlemanly Warfare?
I was not aware, sir.
Do you think you'll fit in here?
I fit in anywhere, sir.
Very well. She turns to Mindstrong, Ensign Mindstrong.
I look her dead in the eye.
Ensign, do you have any skills in stealth?
Of course, ma'am. I'm the best at what I do.
Weapons?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the best at what I do.
Explosives?
What do you do?
I make things go boom. Did he actually said that?
Yeah, okay.
I said that to him as I turned. Now look back to her.
So the moment you say that, Claire Kensington sort of like cocks her eye without like moving her head, sort of thing at you, and just kind of like gives you like a scowl a little bit, then turns back and faces forward.
Well,
Feels very movie.
So,
I like to say I had to prove myself on the battlefield because I don't have the same ability as my fellow siblings. You probably know them as the Mindstrong sisters.
She says, yes, I know them.
I feel bad for you.
She says, I have great sympathy
he's
for
like,
you,
just-
sir.
He said arrogant. Oh, I just cut off a little. He said arrogant. He like holds it back a little bit.
She turns to Carner and says, we're putting a lot of new people on under your command. Are you going to be able to instruct them in gunnery?
I will.
Done any commando work?
Minor experience in the field.
Any kills?
During the commando work or just in overall?
She just kind of shrugs her shoulders.
32.
Impressive. And all of you have space or spaceship operational experience?
Yes.
Claire Kensington looks at her stat sheet.
What would that fall under?
This is just in general. Like, have you guys
Yep.
ever been in space before?
Of course, ma'am.
Affirmative.
Yes.
Very well. Well, do your duty. Try not to betray the society. Do your best to bring back whatever intel we need and complete the missions we assign you.
So, snap a salute, and then I turn and walk out.
I go, hoo-ha, sir! Salute and turn around.
Of course, Marine.
So, I will quietly salute, and walk out.
All right.
Kai cartwheels out.
La la
All
la
right,
la
so
la.
we cut to the briefing room on the Justinian, which is now known as the Ottoweaver. So, like, all of the words for like Justinian on like the outside of the ship are being sprayed over right now and done Ottoweaver, and then like we zoom in through the ship, and we go to the briefing room, and you have a man in what appears to be a patchwork mercenary uniform, who looks like a slightly older blonde Chris Pratt, who begins inspecting the four of you with military precision. He then announces primly, "I am Captain John Jones of the Federal Society's Group 31, Fires of Heaven Detachment. Welcome to my command. I look forward to working with each of you. As you may know, you have all been assigned to me as officers and will be our operations team. I like to keep my command staff loose, and I'll be looking to each of you for suggestions on both future operations and ship tactical and strategic planning. While we may be operating under a false flag and need to divest ourselves of all ties to the FS, I expect you to carry yourselves in good form. Keep ship discipline at full military expectations of the citizenry of the Society. Now I've got our first mission to prepare for, a shakedown of the ship. We'll be engaging another FS ship in mock combat. Our objective is to stealth, approach, disable, and board. I'll need all of you in the ready room in 15 minutes with plans prepared for the operation. Any comments, questions, concerns?"
Sir, I have a question, if you may.
Yes?
You mentioned that the Sorry, I gotta get into character voice. Alright, here we go.
It's all right. Not everyone is as naturally faintly British.
Sir, you mentioned that we will be not betraying the military while we are on board the ship. Does that mean that we will be revoking all uniforms and insignias for rank?
He gestures to his own patchwork military uniform and says, "Yes, you will be creating your own independent uniform. We'll also be using call signs."
Very well.
Any other questions?
I look forward to working with you, sir.
Indeed. Well, good day then, gentlemen. Carry on. 15 minutes.
At that, Kensington claps her heels together and does this brisk salute, and then she disappears.
You teleporting?
I am.
Okay. Where are you teleporting to?
The briefing room.
Of course. You're just going to sit there for 15 minutes?
Yes, and wait
Okay.
for my crew members to show up.
Yeah.
I will give a salute, and I guess I will walk out towards the briefing room myself.
Okay.
Salute and move.
Kai cartwheels out again.
I go, it's going to be a long day.
My God.
But
Okay,
planet
so-
has a very slow movement speed, so it's like a 38-hour day normally.
Yes.
I have a very
Everything's
Yes.
everything's in black and white.
So for the first
colorblind.
mission, these guys are the captain is giving you guys full control of like the strategic planning for this. He
Okay.
wants to see what you come up with.
Interesting.
So what's happening is your ship is starting in the same stellar region as another FS patrol boat. And your objective is to board the patrol boat and take control of it. Now, all of the weapons for this are all going to be low powered, and all of your your personal weapons and your suits are all also going to be like low powered, and synthetic intelligences, basically like super advanced programs but not AIs, will be score tracking. So, when you take enough damage from the low powered lasers or rubber bullets or whatever, you'll be knocked out of the combat.
So this is Starship Troopers then? Training sequence.
Yes, there is a training sequence in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm assuming you're talking about the movie, because
Yeah,
the
the
book
movie.
is way different and also more awesome.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah. All right. So the moment everyone walks in, like the prim and proper Claire Kensington that you're used to seeing is no longer there. She's got her legs crossed and she's like drumming her fingers on the table, waiting for people to show up.
Of course.
Been impatient, I see.
Absolutely, you gentlemen need to hurry up and get in here. We only have 15 minutes to make this, so let's do it properly.
I don't even make eye contact with her. I just start working.
So
I'll
what is everyone's experience here? Like, what are we best at? Let's go with our strengths first.
I suppose you'd call me a navigator and a leader more than anything.
So we need to board. Are you able to fly the boarding party or whatever we need to do to land on the ship?
Yes, I can. Very easily, I might add.
Oh, that was easy. What can you do? And I sort of nod towards Fox.
I'm a weapon specialist in stealth, recon.
Excellent. I suppose that we will be together then.
Of course. Unfortunately, I can't use your type of people type of weapon.
I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Racist.
That's racist.
What are you referring to? Let's just draw this out now so that we don't have any misunderstandings. What are you referring to?
Psychics.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately, I
people?
don't specialize in your type of equipment. Like if anything get broken, I could probably fix it. Except for that.
All right. Well,
Outside the game,
He froze again.
Right when he was getting to explain why he isn't racist.
I'm not racist.
No, he doesn't like psychics.
Oh,
But
of
he
course, so he
deals
is racist. Super racist.
Super racist.
Excellent.
Well, when you're raised, hey, we outrank you. You gotta do what I say.
What is the ranking
That-
in the room
so
right
the
now?
whole point of this operations
Yeah.
team is that nobody here really outranks each other.
Okay.
While you're working together to like deploy for missions, you outrank the other people on the ship, though.
Okay.
Basically.
But here's the thing: he still has family issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, when I pull someone off your back because you forget to watch it, you can thank me later.
I'll thank you now.
That won't be
That's
necessary.
fucking creepy.
Yeah, that went from creepy to creepier.
Anyways,
Yeah,
back to the point on mission, and I sort of turn away from Fox, and I look over at Parson, and I was like, "What about you? What can you do?"
I will be manning the heavy weaponry of this ship, in all likeliness. I've had heavy experience with on-ground combat as well.
So, would you be comfortable joining us in the boarding party?
Yes, certainly.
Very well. And I suppose you're our commanding officer for this particular thing, then, Linton?
If we need a commanding officer, I will soon command.
All right. Well, on the field, we'll be following your orders, I suppose.
That will be fine. Although if Fox should, I shall give combat to moment command to Fox. He seems to be the most experienced in combat.
Very well, I accept that. So, we have our strengths. I'm, as you've seen, very astute with teleporting. I can jump around from place to place quite quickly. Close quarters combat is my specialty, but I have been known to fire a pistol once or twice.
Alright.
So I
So-
suggest that we split up into boarding parties then. Do you know how much staff the ship has right now that we can use at our disposal?
Yeah. You have everything that you previously
Yep.
set up.
All right.
Yep.
Very well. So we have a regiment of Marines then. How strong are they? 5?
You have a squad of Marines.
Well, I don't know. I don't know military terms, so you're gonna have to. correct me
squad.
on that.
Yeah, that's why
Squad
I'm like,
Marines.
what?
So we have
If
a
we have a
squad.
regiment of Marines, I'd be like,
The regiment
oh,
would
baby.
be like a
I thought regiment
Oh
meant
my-
like a collection, but anyway.
Yeah, you just know a squad.
all right,
Squad
so-
of Marines.
So we have a squad of Marines,
Yeah,
5
I don't even
strong,
think I could fit a platoon on the ship.
You have 6.
6 strong. Very well. We could potentially just board stealthily. I believe we have the ability to do that. Or do we need to punch a hole in this thing?
So the way it works is you're almost certainly going to have to punch a hole in it. and there could be another way, but as the way I understand it is, you can engage in starship combat and do a lamprey lock. You guys still have the boarding shuttles, right?
Yes.
Yes. If you engage in a lamprey lock, you can deploy the boarding shuttles if the AC of the patrol boat is less than 5 or less.
So that's the only time that we can use those automatic things, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The other thing would be to fire to disable and do half damage, which is a weapons option. And then once it hits 0 HP, it does not explode, and then you board via however you want to do that. So at that point, you could just fly over and like bust open doors and stuff.
What do you suggest, pilot?
I believe it would be easier if we punched a hole in it. I believe it would be easier if we probably tried to punch a hole in it. We wouldn't, although that would ruin our chances for stealth. So
But so would shooting it.
true.
You only need to stealth up to it. Like, it's faster
True.
than you are, so if it sees you coming, it's going to run.
True. So we didn't punch a hole. We just needed close enough to stealth. So we just needed close enough to punch a hole. Once we can get that hole punched, we can get in. I believe that would be the best course of action for us.
All right. It seems we have a plan. What about on board the ship? Do we have any schematics?
If you get close enough, you'll be able to use a sensor array, and then you'll get a schematic from that.
All right. We'll make sure that we put that in our approach then.
Yep. Indeed.
So let's
Once
see
we
here.
board, I believe we will.
When
Before
you're adjacent to the ship, you can do a scan and get a interior reveal.
And these boarding party things, is it separate tubes?
You know, I think they probably provided a set of schematics for you because you guys are
Yeah.
intelligence officers. This is what it's going to basically look like.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to show this amazing fucking drawing
I
on
will.
screen.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I'm so good at drawing and making
Why?
starships.
so that's it there. All right. So we could potentially board on the left side and take out the life support, maybe. I mean, we all have the appropriate devices to sustain ourselves on the ship, right?
Yeah, we should. If we don't, then would that be a fool's journey?
What is our objective here? To get the commander?
Take control of the ship.
To control the ship.
So we would need to reach command.
Potentially, what we could do is take out the life support, and then we could reach command and maybe even like send some people down to the spike drive bay to see if we can knock that out from the internals.
Wouldn't life support kill our target as well?
No, we just need to take control of the ship.
We need to just disable life support so they have bigger so they also have bigger issues to deal with at the same time.
Yes. And the spike drive is also important because, as mentioned in the dossier, this target will be attempting to run.
So we will need to send someone to the spike drive fast.
Well, if you guys board the ship, I think the spike drive is going to be the least of your concerns. Once you're already on board, that's my thought. I don't know why you'd mess with the spike drive during operation.
Well, very well then. Gallery to command, and then fortify the command station.
We might want to send a small squad to communications, take out communications. If they do communications out, they could possibly call for reinforcements. I doubt they would arrive in time, but it's always a risk.
True.
Once we have command of the ship.
like, I think there's probably like a spacer in there doing calculations, and he pulls up like the time to intercept for an average Banan ship.
Yeah.
And with a level 2 spike drive, and both levels of course trimming, which is kind of hard to pull off, a 6-hour transit time can be reduced to 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's about the response time that a vessel would take to arrive at the scene.
That'd be enough time.
It's slightly more than 1 hour.
But still, they might be able to track us if they're that quick.
Yeah, as soon as you
Yes.
fire your weapons, everyone's going to have a sensor lock on you in the whole system. And it's
Yeah.
really hard to break sensor locks.
Yep.
But again, this is an exercise just for you to understand how starship combat to shipboarding is going to work.
Okay.
Yep.
I've noticed under the mission profiles, it seems like a really popular thing. It's also a good test of everyone's skills across the board.
Yeah. Do we know how well armored our targets will be once we're inside?
Imagine they'll have a small. They'll have their own. At least a couple of
I
fighters.
noticed
on there.
they have an armory and a ship's locker,
Yes.
so
Yeah, they have an
they'll
army.
be as equally well armored as you are.
It's a good assumption
we'll-
to make. Yes.
It'll be dangerous. But I believe we'll have the element of surprise over them. We'll be prepared although they'll be scrambling to respond. We'll need to take we'll need to get to the command fast and then fortify. They might be equally armed, but we'll have the advantage.
I agree.
So
How many these boarding shuttles? Is it per person or is it team?
I'm not sure what the question is.
Well, the boarding shuttles, is it like a single pod that fires out
I
with a
think that was
person in it?
it's a
I think it says it holds like 8 people, right?
That's the race shuttle, though.
that's the rate. But I imagine a regular boarding shuttle would have several people. But we can always double check.
Let's see what it says.
Fittings.
Boarding shuttle.
Boarding
I
shuttle.
would assume that it can. Yeah, it says it can hold 20 men.
Okay, so we just fire
Yeah.
one then. Okay, that's good.
Yep, we'll have plenty. It'll be plenty for us. So we can take the entire squad, all the Marines and the rest of us.
Okay, so you're bringing like 9 people then.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay.
All
It'll be a
right.
small.
I think we have a plan. Good work, gentlemen.
All right.
Here, here.
Okay, the captain looks over your plan and says, "Are you sure that this is what you want to have happen?"
We. The main goal is to seize control of the command. So, entering through the gallery and life support and straight to the command is the easiest way to do so. We can then fortify and defend our position from there. And if need be, we can always send off a small group to take out communications or any other group.
Okay.
Sir.
So before the battle here begins, I want to determine the crew points, and this is the additional battle system for ship-to-ship combat that involves the whole party that's introduced in Skyward Steel. So I need the highest skill level out of all of you in athletics.
That'd be me, because I believe one of my martial arts counts is one of those, if I'm correct.
I think athletics counts towards it, but not the other way around.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't think your martial arts becomes athletics.
No, there was one. It was like, it was the running one? God, well, I don't think I have it, though, but there was a martial arts that does that.
Well, what is
So-
everyone's athletics?
-1 for me.
-1.
What does it take, though?
-1.
What attribute?
It's not the attribute; it's a skill level.
I know.
Yeah,
but
it's just
you
the
can,
skill
you
level.
can apply the attribute. to it
It's
when you-
literally just the skill level
Oh,
for
right.
this.
Okay.
Negative one.
You're not making roll. Wait, the Marine has a -1?
I didn't get athletics as a skill.
Uh-huh. Kai, what do you have?
No, not me. Whoops, I misheard.
Sorry. Sorry, just what?
Athletics?
Athletics, it's still -1.
Okay. One of your crew members has a 1 in it, so you have a 1 there. Combat gunnery, highest number?
I mean,
1, I think.
I don't think we need to question that one.
But it's just a skill, right? Doesn't include like the class
Nope.
attack bonus. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Computers?
Computers would. I have a 0 in it currently,
Okay.
I've got 0 too.
so we have 2 zeros. So that either one would work.
Culture spacer.
I have a 0 in it.
I have a 0 as well.
0.
Almost.
I think. No, -1.
Yeah. So
Okay. Exosuit.
I do.
negative.
0.
0.
No one has a 2 in any of these. Man.
Well,
Okay.
it's hard.
That's. I mean, we never.
I have a 1
I mean,
in
I have-
tactics, so
I have
like
4 points, and it takes 3 to get
Okay.
to most of these.
I guess
Leadership.
what was that?
Leadership.
1
I have a 0 in leadership.
actually. No, I think I have a 2 actually in leadership.
There we go.
I have a 0.
Okay. Navigation.
2. Oh, not 2. 1. Sorry.
Okay.
Misspoke.
Tech
-1.
astronautics.
I have a 0.
In
I have a
tech
0 as
astronautics? Wow.
Yep, I have a 0 as well.
All right.
He just gave me
Tactics
it.
I have a 1.
Tactics. I have a 0.
And vehicle space.
I should have a 1.
None.
All right. We add all that up and we double it, which is going to be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. There's 16 points that you can use.
Okay, and what are these for?
Okay, so if you check the handout section, there are a number of handouts with various department areas, and there's also something called Starship Combat, and we're going to go through it step by step when
All
the
right.
combat begins.
So what was the other one called? Starship Combat and...
Starship Combat, and then the other handouts are going to be the names of departments,
Okay.
like bosun, captain, chief.
Alright.
Okay, so we are going to begin. The ship is going to need to make its stealth roll. So you make a vehicle space and tech astronautics check.
Vehicle
Take the
space.
better of the two.
Alright, so it's been a long time since I played. It starts with that number.
Plus
You do
whatever.
2d6 plus vehicle space. And who's got the highest tech astronautics?
I think they both have 0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Wouldn't
I guess the chief engineer is making the roll.
Yep. So 2d6 plus 1.
Okay,
Nice.
both are 9s.
Okay then.
And you guys did get the, let's see here, you got the emission dampers, so you get a +2 on that, so your
11.
total is 11 versus the computer's roll of, is it 10? And they're locked in at a 10. So for the next 6 hours, as you approach, you are stealthed. So
Yeah.
I think we start with like everyone's in the command room and like things are really tense. The captain's sitting in the captain chair,
Ta-da.
being really captainy, but you
Ta-da.
guys are the ones giving the orders.
Yep.
And when you're using emission dampers, you move at half speed. That's why it's going to take
6 hours.
It's going. Well, you're 6 hours away from the target
Oh, yeah.
at normal speed, so it's going to take 12
Ah.
hours.
Hmm.
And you have to redo the stealth checks every 6 hours. So when
Alright.
you're halfway there, you're going to have to make the check again. And so, like, as you get closer, we start seeing target information for the target ship showing up. And
Right.
it is called the... Gotta pull up my ship names list. Here we go. It is called the FSS Grisha. It is a patrol boat class ship.
Alright.
What about life... Well, how many vitals do we have on board?
You have to be within. So you have to be adjacent to the ship in order to scan
Ah.
for that.
Okay.
Alright.
So let's see exactly what you can get. Standard ship sensor rays can indicate ship hull class, current hit points, drive rating, and general type. If alongside a disabled ship, a deep scan reveals the presence or absence of living organisms in a crude diagram of spaces and passageways. Ships with active power grids shield against this scanning. So, you're trying to get a ping on it, but you can't.
Okay.
All right, so now I need a second series of rolls. This is the chief engineer getting a 9, which is an 11. And they already have... So, the chief engineer has an 11, you have a 10, so your score is 11. Here is the issue. They have a 10 stored up, and they're always at that 10 level unless they roll higher, in which they don't. So you get close enough to approach within combat range without being detected. And the captain's like, Captain probably says something like, Lieutenant Linton, good form.
Thank you, sir. And Linton will breathe a small sigh of relief, but then immediately go back to looking deathly serious.
Okay. And then you guys have a choice now. I mean, you want to engage in starship combat, right? Unless you're going to try some sort of weird boarding shuttle without actually... Yeah, like, you can't really engage the boarding shuttles. The only thing I could think of would be to try to zoom real close and then just teleport Dave over.
I can only do...
Yeah, you'd have to be real
40
close.
meters. Like, it's not...
Real close.
Yeah.
Okay, so we engage in starship combat. Each captain writes down what metadimensional phase their ship will occupy and what phase their guns will target. So this is a Drive 2 level ship. So I can choose to fire into and hide in phases 0, 1, and 2. Your ship has level 1, so you can do 0 and 1. What's going to happen is I'm going to pick for my side, and then the pilot and the gunner, so Jacob and Kai, are going to pick what they're shooting into or flying into, 0 or 1. And we're going to reveal our choices here at the same time. So when you guys feel that you're ready, let me know, and then we're going to put it in the chat.
All right, so we should probably just message each other privately then.
Yeah, go ahead. You got time. If you're at home, load up your favorite space combat music because it's about to get spacey.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
Great, now we don't get monetized on YouTube. Thanks, Alpha. Fuck.
I guess
John
mine would
Williams
be
is like,
called-
I want that deep black money. And we're like, damn it!
Gotta
No!
get them space bucks.
Rip. Press F to pay respects to the money. Poof, thin air.
Money!
Money,
Alright.
money.
Alright, you decided yet?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
We're just going over our decision real quick. Took us a moment.
Jesus Christ, shouldn't take that long.
Alright.
It's a strategic decision, man.
Yes.
So, some people might be questioning what is all this phase stuff. When you're using the spike drives, you can shift into like different dimensions to hide your ship, and you shoot into a dimension of your choice.
Right.
And so 0 is real space. When you shoot a gun, if your would hit and the target is not in the phase you're shooting at, you roll a d6 and you have to roll higher than the difference of phases.
So if they're
So
in phase
if
2
there's
and you're
one
in
phase
0,
difference between
yeah.
where you're shooting at and where they are, then you have to roll a d6 and get higher than a 1, or you automatically miss as your shot gets, taken away in the psychic maelstrom.
So what happens if you're in phase 3 and you shoot at phase 0? Like, how do you roll that d6?
The question isn't what happens if you're there. The question is what happens if they are not in phase 0.
Okay, so it's basically like the difference. Like, say that we shoot at
If
phase
you're,
0.
let's say you're shooting into phase 0 and they're in phase 3.
Yeah.
That's 3 difference. You have to roll a d6 and get a 4 or higher,
So that works.
even if you were to hit.
So that works in reverse, where if we're in phase 3 and they're in phase 0, then
Yes.
it's still 3. Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was like you have to get higher than what phase number they're in. I was like, no. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got your
Yeah.
choices ready?
I believe so.
All right, revealing. I am hiding in phase 2 and shooting into
Yeah.
phase 1.
We're in real space and we're shooting into phase 1.
Okay, all right. So it's going to be evasive shots for everybody. Good. Okay. Now each of you gets a department. I will be playing the part of the captain. I'm assuming your pilot will be the pilot, and your gunnery officer will be your gunnery, which leaves the following things for the Marine and the intelligence officer. You guys can choose to be chief engineer, the bosun, or the comm officer.
What's the bosun do?
Bosun is like shipwide engineers who are less technical and more hands-on.
I think comms officer for Kensington.
Yeah. Trying to figure out which one would be best for me.
Like, I imagine this is like, I can also use like in like my training in intelligence to also like look at schematics and maps and stuff like that, and maybe direct troops in the inside of our ship, as well as like try and get like up to date notes on the enemy ship at the same time. That's what I sort of imagine that sort of role is. But
What was the other two that weren't the one he's choosing?
Chief engineer and bosun.
Hmm.
Both
Well,
are kind of like a repair damage party type thing.
What would Astro be under?
It's pilot. The pilot
Yeah.
is going to be piloting.
Yep.
Yeah, I got none of that, so it's like
We'll probably switch things up every once in a while, but I feel like for the first combat, everyone should kind of specialize in what they're good at.
the other thing is too, like I can teleport, so like maybe I should be bosun if it's
That
going to
might-
take like lifting things and moving things quickly and whatnot.
That would probably be good.
I said,
we
weapon
will discuss-
specialist.
Yeah, we would have probably discussed all of this beforehand.
Yep.
So, you can probably still help out in communications.
Yep. All right, I'll take bosun duties then,
Okay.
so you can have
And-
communications, Tom.
Communications.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. As the captain, I get to pick which departments go first. So captain will go first, then gunnery, piloting, bosun, and comms.
How long is our ship meter-wise?
I don't know.
Or vaguely, because I can teleport 40 meters without any
It's
strain.
your part in this. You're not literally going to be teleporting around. You can thematically do that,
Yeah.
but you'll see as we go on.
Okay.
So, shoot, this is not loading for me. It's taking super long. It should load for you guys pretty easily. As captain, I'm going to give the following command: all power to the guns. It is a difficulty 6 attempt on the roll, and it's a +1 because we're a frigate. And I fucking destroy it. Okay.
Did you have the clock?
The bridge routes surplus power to the gunnery department. The captain uses his wisdom tactics roll. Cost of gunnery department commands is reduced by 2 crew points. Excellent. All right. So who did I say go next? I think it was gunnery, right?
Gunnery.
All right. So that cost me 0 crew points. Gunnery chief, what command would you like to use?
And there's, let's see, firing to not blow up the ship, correct?
Yes. So that's not a command here. That's going to be when we go back to the combat.
Yeah, that is correct. Just trying to, just check
And
on
remember, I've reduced your crew cost for this maneuver by 2, so some of these will be free for you.
that. All right.
Oh, cool. Yeah, alright, so it's good that I'm doing this because I get culture space or whatever.
Yep.
All right. So where are the commands?
It's in the
Gunner
handout.
sheet. Yeah, there's a handout
Alright.
called gunnery.
Yeah, I have
I'll
that.
look at this too.
There we go.
So the difficulty check is 1 extra,
Yes, because you're a frigate.
but it's
hard to
negative.
coordinate
But
that many
we've got
people.
-2 crew point cost, right?
There we go.
Yes.
It was really tiny for some reason before.
Yeah, you have to blow it up, but it takes a little while.
You can also right-click and save as if you want, and just...
Yeah, also, you guys should all have the book. So,
Oh, what page is it on the book? 41.
41.
Alright, I'll
that's-
just
yeah,
use that.
that's-
Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Alright.
Yeah, that's probably wiser.
There we go.
Ensign
That's-
Kerner, what are we doing here?
Now we're
Probably
done.
going to. They're on, let's see, what kind of ship?
They're on a patrol boat.
So I'm going to have to ask, order fire for effect. So we
Okay,
can get
this is going to cost you 1 crew point. Let's see here. Armor rating is half normal. Wow, holy fuck, that's a great command. Okay,
Yeah.
roll combat gunnery int and difficulty 7 check.
All right.
2d6 plus 1, right?
And I don't.
It's his
For
roll,
him.
so it might be better than that.
No,
And it's not. And I don't add my attack bonus. I use that
Not
for
on this,
actual
no.
gun rates.
Right.
All right.
This
So
is just
pretty
a
good.
skill check. You got an 8.
I pass.
Excellent. You spend 1 point, and we get that effect. For this round, you will be treating the enemy ship as if it had half armor. All right, pilot, you're up next.
okay, let me pull up this. Alright, oh, wrong page. Alright, there's Chief Engineer, Boatswain, Comm
I think all of
Officer,
you can
Pilot.
see that the departments all have, like, if you run out of people, which is why it's important that we figured out who is in what department.
Right. Alright, so did he did the -2 to the crew point cost?
That's correct. It only goes to gunnery.
Alright, let me just...
Killing light.
I literally just saw that one.
Yeah, that one is hard as fuck, man.
But spinning the ship and turning stride flares on an enemy craft, the pilot makes hits or int in vehicle space that's really stand still, base damage wounds. Yeah, no. I don't think we need that drastic yet.
Interesting. So the comm officer needs like computer and int.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, this is taking a little while, people at home. Again, this is the first time we've ever done this.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I'm just glancing as best I can.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Why would kill ships and turn ground around with turn its handling profile? Splitting distances. I don't like that. No, I might not even take a regular command, so I might just maintain course probably.
Okay, alright.
Alright, so yeah.
Alright.
So I need to...
Do you want to make a vehicle space intelligence roll to see if you want to regain some crew points?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so...
It's actually difficulty 8, of course, but...
Yeah. 2d6 plus 1 for vehicles placed plus 1 for int, so plus 2 total.
Yep, it's a good average.
9.
Alright, you recover the crew point.
The 1 crew point we spent.
Yep, and I think comms officer went last, right?
Yeah.
So who was before comm officer?
Well, the only other one is Boatswain, which is me.
Alright, bosun, let's do it. It's pronounced bosun, by the way, B-O-S-U-N. I know it doesn't look like it, but...
Okay, bosun. Stand at the ready, lads.
Okay. You don't actually have any expended crew points.
I know.
If you just wanna, wanna basically do nothing for the round, that's fine.
Well, they don't have. This is literally in reaction to stuff, so I literally have nothing to do right now. So yeah.
Comms officer. Dom.
So what do I
Sorry.
do? I'm like reading the thing, and I'm
do
like,
you have the comm officer page open?
yes.
All right, you get to pick one of those commands if you'd like.
Okay, let me see. Hey, how about I just do repeat patterns?
Okay. All right, so...
You see me walking, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying really hard.
Okay, now we snap back to the combat. You've made your departmental rolls. Pilots determine whether or not to attempt a maneuver or not.
Oh boy. Where's the list of maneuvers again? Is it on the same page?
It's back in the core book on page 67.
Good thing I have that open still. Or did I? Oh, no, wait, whoops, that's the wrong document.
Yeah, there's 2 documents you should have open. The Skyward.
Oh yeah, I do have it.
Right.
I do have it. I had them open twice. Oh boy. Starship combat, correct?
Yep.
Any combat? Nope. Ooh. Fighter to disable. A ship's gunners can intentionally avoid targeting most sensitive parts of a target ship's hull. I don't think we need that yet. Remove lock.
Fire to disable, maybe?
Well, that's why I just read. It would disable the It would disable the ship with no risk of explosion, and that is our goal, correct?
Yes,
Yep.
that is a...
Then I would go for fire to disable.
Okay. All right. Weapon hits are doing half damage, but fortunately it's at half armor. Okay, it is attempting to evade combat.
Of course.
All right, so we'll now apply the maneuvers. Your maneuver does nothing for you. They make a piloting test, adding the speed of their craft. Let's see, one roll, flight normally. Once fleeing, you need a number of tests. What is your pilot vehicle skill? Your space vehicle skill?
It is 1.
Okay, so it needs to make 2 successful tests. They are now rolling against you. They have 2d6 plus 1. Plus, they get the speed of the patrol boat, and you get the speed of the frigate. I believe the frigate's speed is 2.
Yep.
This patrol boat has a speed of 4.
Is that smaller?
Yep, they're small as fuck.
So it's going to be...
I got 2d6 plus 5. They completely demolish that shit.
How else are we supposed to catch this thing? This is like...
We'll see.
Yeah.
Trust in your pilot, man. Trust in your pilot.
That's a good good time to take a break, Arthur. What do you reckon?
Let's get his roll in. Oh, did he roll a 9?
Oh, no. Sorry, that was way before.
Okay, yeah. So you get 2d6 plus 1 plus 2. So
2d6.
you could not even match that.
That's what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
possible.
It's impossible to match that.
And they're
Well,
gone.
they rolled really good. So
I mean, yeah, see.
Dang,
No matter
that's still
what.
pretty good.
that's still a good roll. All right. So if you're following along, the next thing we do is start firing weapons. So I guess we're going to take a break here.
Yep.
And when we come back, the shooting will begin. So YouTube, you just got fucked because cliffhanger.
Haha.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the stream so far. If you are, please consider giving the channel a follow. We work really hard on this shit. Arthur works really hard on this shit. The players come unprepared with us besides the point.
Hey.
Of course.
Hey. I take some offense to that.
You should, because
Hey,
it was
if I
offensive.
I'd like to say, if I could have rolled my dice ahead of time, I could have come up with more stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, anyways.
People want to see them dice, bro.
People want to see them dice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on my
so
background.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys. We got another hour to come after this. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. Enjoy the break music.